the cartoon character in the world, hosting a live morning show to get your day started. Get up and transform your life. The power of the practice mindset. Mornings in the lab. Hey, 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 hey. Yep, I said it at the opener. You got the only cartoon character in the world starting the morning show. And oh, by the way, yeah, this is an explicit show. Yeah, true story. Now, even the cartoon guys swear. We get up every single day with a mission, with a goal of helping you guys be accountable to reach the biggest, most audacious goals in your life.
No, man, I expect something new every day with you. It's just whatever it's going to be, man.
The practice mindset is all about consistent effort, daily focus, and letting progress happen over time. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up.
Fish with one
No,
eye.
you're right.
I'm sharing like John shared and like Rich just shared, because I know many of you are waking up starting your day today to Wednesday. You're going, something's off. I can't identify it.
It's real easy sometimes to go through the motions, but not completely commit. I just think, holy shit, I have this such supportive, wonderful wife, Sleep, and I can't wait for her to get up and give her a kiss. I have these kids that are amazing, and it just wasn't intentional enough about diving into how lucky I am.
So I'm just opening up to Nation right now because we all go through it, right? And this morning I'm going through it. I'm just working myself through it.
I can visualize, and I go in and I actually physically feel the places that I'm traveling to, so to speak. Like I can close my eyes. Part of my mornings, I close my eyes and I literally just mentally act through my day.
I'm at the point now where showing up is more important than anything, regardless of what I'm going through.
We're talking about changing your life, the power of the practice mindset, this idea of doing things on a repetitive basis to achieve greatness.
Love is literally the highest mark on the vibration chart.
When you align the mindset with action, you build momentum. Momentum is the key. So listen, start with one small, clear action today, something you can control, and then set that 30-minute timer to focus. One task, no distractions. He teaches people to stop viewing speaking as a performance and start seeing it as a practice every single day. I lean into this idea of practice instead of performance.
You can train your brain to think, okay, let's say I'm terrified to go on this morning show. And like, okay, I'm just gonna go practice speaking on morning shows. That's all I'm gonna do. So whatever happens, as long as I show up and I've done the thing and I've practiced it, that's a win. Practice versus performance really just makes everything easier. Practice, not performance.
Before I go out, I find myself in a very calm place where things are moving slower, and I'm able to react accordingly because those thoughts aren't coming at me so fast that I can't identify what they are.
Repetition is everything. Always stay ready for the opportunity, even if it isn't present or it looks like it's not even coming.
When we can develop habits, put our brains on autopilot on doing the same thing, it frees up our brains to take on these unforeseen challenges that arise. You have to look at pains and gains as equitable and part of the process.
If you lay your head down on the pillow and you knew you laid up, you didn't do your shit, you don't feel good. And break it to the most simple format. Practice every day what you need to practice to get a little bit better so you can go to bed and feel good about yourself. When just by someone saying, I can't, right then they're relinquishing the accountability of even trying to figure it out.
You have to intimately know that you are fucking enough.
We all struggle like you guys do. We just show up repetitiously believing that we can achieve this.
If you're not failing, you're not trying, and you're not trying hard enough, because failure is the front door to success. Failure is the front door to success. Rock and roll.
Front door to success truly is.
What you do outside of showtime is really important.
When your gut health is in check, there's a cascade of positive shit that happens to you.
Start with one thing. Let's start with hydrating. That impacts everything.
Gut health is the only reason why I'm still alive. If there's one thing you can take from today's protein break, it's that gut health, regardless if you're a cartoon character or a real human, isn't just it's a foundational piece of your performance as a human being.
October 9th is your new January 1st. So a theme that I have battled my entire life that I know is very similar for a lot of elite athletes is this all or nothing mindset. If I can't show up at my best, I don't show up at all. Start thinking like an innovator, like an entrepreneur. Celebrate the small steps, celebrate the imperfect steps, because that's where real progress happens.
Conflicts tend to escalate when someone isn't feeling heard or understood. Saying, help me understand, is a fast way to approach the situation with, I love this word, curiosity and openness. Arguments often become a you versus me situation rather than it's a you and me versus the problem. One of the easiest things we can do with our partner is to sit down and listen and say, that's a good point.
There's nothing like trying to get your point across to someone and they're just not listening, or you feel like they're not listening.
To de-escalate an argument is simply saying, I need to take a break.
If your partner needs a break, go look in the fucking mirror. What in the hell are you doing to push that person over the edge where they need to dismiss themselves?
Acknowledging and recognizing that the way you process might be different than your partner's is a really strong step forward.
What can we do differently next time? And doing it while you're in a good state of conversation instead of in an argument. It takes courage, man. When you're fighting with somebody or you're in the middle of an argument to put your balls on the line, you know what?
And I think underneath that is people are too worried about being right. I don't want to be right. I want to be happy. I'm happy to be wrong if that's best for my life. If it's best for my relationships.
It's not about being right. It's perhaps more about being grateful.
Create some very simple, actionable expectations for yourself. And obviously, Rich, you and I talk about brain chemistry. And when you have a simple step and you execute it, your brain's going to dump some pretty good chemistry on you.
When you stick with that structure and you master it, boom, confidence is going to go up, right? And then that's going to change your whole mindset towards the gym. Now, instead of going in there nervous, maybe a little scared, now you're going in there attacking the day, looking forward to it.
We want to be able to execute really difficult shit every day on autopilot. When you're doing that, you're separating yourself from the pack like a motherfucker. Don't think for a second that you're wasting time when you're developing your mindset in the gym, because you're practicing a skill set that will translate everywhere. If we can focus on what matters, we're going to be happier, we're going to be more successful. The list goes on.
If you want to focus on your gut health today, start hydrating. If you want to focus on de-escalating an argument with your partner, start with, am I understanding you correctly? Simple, easy, practical. I love that shit. Right now, we're seeing everyone go to AI. We're seeing AI influencers. We're seeing AI personal brands. If you look the other way, which is real life and people, because everyone's going one way, look the opposite, and there could be a lot of opportunity there.
Your key differentiator is you're a human being and you're entertaining. How is that not different when we went from the Charlie Chaplin era to comedians who spoke? Society is a cycle, man. It's just a cycle. We're all going to go lean into remake things with AI, and then we're going to bring it back into the world.
One thing that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with is patience. And in order to practice and apply that practice mindset, you have to acknowledge from the get that this is going to be a longer journey.
What you're thinking is going to take you 2 years to take, it's going to take you 4 or 5. You got to find a way to find patience. You got to find a way to enjoy the process.
When you're facing as an entrepreneur, this reality of, I can work as hard as I can and it's still not work. I can work as smart as I possibly can. That's a very humbling experience. The point is you're going to show up and you're going to do the thing every day. And hopefully it gives you some clarity.
If I'm going to keep getting on this show and recommending and making suggestions to others and not do it myself, it makes me a hypocrite.
What can I control today? And what can I make sure that's still going to push forward my practice?
The entire business athlete manifesto, ethos, principles are all linked to daily habits. You either A, are a business athlete, or B, you aspire to be one. To have success, it's boring. It's quite boring. You got to just do it daily, day in, day out, day in, day out.